Hey everyone, welcome to today's bump date, this week's bump date. Excuse my hair. It's still wet, it's still drying from my shower last night. I braided my hair and this is what happens. I left it in all day because I was not going anywhere. Okay, so this week has been interesting. We'll get into it in a second. How far along? I am 32 weeks pregnant now, officially 8 months, which is super exciting, super mind-blowing. I will be home birth safe in 5 weeks, which is blowing my mind. I'm really trying to wrap my head around the fact that we are so close. I feel like I have a lot of mental prep to do still. Like, I feel like I need to sit with myself and really get into that birth space, that birth mentality, and get out of this slight state of denial, maybe more than slight, that I am having a baby soon. I don't know what it is, but I think because this baby took so long to get to. This was like 5 years in the making. We had to wait so long to actually go get the surgery, and we were delayed, and then it took us a long time to get pregnant, and the fact that I was even able to get pregnant is a freaking miracle. I feel like the whole time I've known I was pregnant, obviously, but like I feel like it's hard for it to sink in because it's been such a surreal experience. So the fact that we're at the end and it's like, wow, I'm going to actually have a baby now, it's really hard for me to wrap my head around in like a good way. I don't know. It's a hard situation to explain. Maybe if you've been through a similar kind of struggle to get to your baby, then maybe you understand that. The stuff is ready. Now it's time for me to get my mind ready. But anyway, it'll come. It's coming. I am ready. It's just because I have really fast births, I need to prep myself in a different way than maybe most people would, just from past experience. I have learned, so I'm just trying to like do that and prepare that way ahead of time this time. All right, must-have items. Again, this is a hard one. Just bring me drinks and snacks and I'm a happy lady. I don't really have too many must-have items. My bath is becoming my best friend. I'm gonna talk about what's been going on this week. I think my hot water bottle is gonna now become a best friend as well of mine. And yeah, like just my heartburn besties too for once in a while, but I don't have a lot of must-haves. I'm just pretty easygoing. Sleep has been pretty good, right? Yeah, sleep has been decent. I'm not getting up as much to pee in the night anymore, which is nice. Like I can go like 3-hour stretches now, which is super convenient. Although I do have to make sure I go pee several times at night because his head is so low that if my bladder is full, it makes my hips hurt really bad. So I have to go through the night, otherwise I will be in a lot of discomfort. But sleep has been pretty good for the most part. It is getting a little bit harder to get comfortable this week, I'm noticing. Well, the next thing is aches and pains, so I might as well just like go into that and talk about everything. So yesterday, actually, I've been totally fine for my pelvic girdle pain, my SPD. Mine is all in the front of my pubic bone. I don't have any around the back or anything like that. No discomfort, no hip pain there. It's all in the front, which has been really difficult. Again, at least it's not paired with sciatic pain this time or anything like that. Like I had sciatic pain in a previous pregnancy, and I've had other things, but this SPD thing, this pelvic girdle pain in the front, that's such a new one for this pregnancy. So yesterday I had a really rough day. I don't know if I was like, I think maybe I need to pump up my ball or something. Or if he was just really, really low, or maybe he turned into a little bit of an odd position. But I edited for a while, and then I got up and I was in a lot of pain and I could barely walk. So I went and had a hot bath. I let my midwife know what was going on. She gave me some things to do and told me to do some things for it. And those all did help. And by the time I got out of the bath and did a couple of the things that she recommended, I was actually pretty good in the evening. I was having like, yesterday it was like, they're not contractions at all. It was muscle pain, and it was like connected to my SPD pain, I'm thinking now today. But it was all really, really low in my very low belly, which is the area that I get contractions. I don't get contractions, the sensation of contractions all over my belly or in my hips or in my back or anything like that. I get them in a little strip that's about this big and they're super concentrated. Don't know why. Maybe that's the way my babies sit or something. So I was like, it was in that area, but it was not contraction pain. It wasn't rhythmic. It was just this constant muscle pain. It feels like I felt like I like tore a muscle, and every time I walked, it was aggravating that muscle. And so that was weird. And then I woke up fine. Like I went to bed early and everything. I woke up fine and was feeling pretty normal, but I sat in a hard kitchen chair and was homeschooling my kids this morning and everything. And then it definitely hit around lunch. Again, I got up and I was like, oh, this is definitely SPD pain, and I had a hard time walking around the kitchen. So I laid myself back, I got everything sorted, I had lunch, I sorted the kids out, and I just went back to bed for a little bit to lay down, because that definitely does help. Had a little nap, and I'm feeling a lot better now, but I'm just trying to be really, really careful, which is weird because I have been saying in my last few bump dates that I have not been having the pelvic girdle pain, and it's been pretty good since 20 odd weeks. I haven't been having bad pelvic girdle pain, and then out of nowhere it just kind of hit. So I don't know if it's because he's so low now, like his head is really low. He's getting heavier, obviously. I think, he's another good sized baby. So I'm not sure why. Sometimes it just happens. And the unfortunate thing is that although there are things you can do to try and help ease the discomfort, there's not a lot you can do about pelvic girdle pain until you give birth. So I'm just hoping it doesn't get worse, because this week is actually really, really busy for me. It's our last week of a full week of stuff until in November everything chills out for me, and I'm just worried that I won't be able to walk to trick or treat with my kids. I've never missed a year before, pregnant or not. At this rate, my husband's gonna be pulling me in a wagon so I can go. I don't know, I'm just like, oh please, I have a lot of moving to do and I need to be able to walk. So I'm just hopeful that things will chill out a little bit and I'm gonna be able to walk normally. And I'm in this balance this week of really trying to follow through with all the commitments that I have and all the classes we're in and all of the things we're doing this week, but also trying to listen to my body. And it's just hard because it's one more week, please, body, please. We just need to have one more busy week, and then I promise we'll just rest for the rest of the pregnancy. So yeah, that's what's been going on this week. It's been a little bit tougher, but besides that, I'm good. No new cravings, nothing to report in the food department. I'm just eating. Again, I'm just really focusing on deep nourishment, making sure I'm getting those calories in, making sure I have a really balanced diet, keeping up with my supplements, things like that. Baby movement, he is moving a ton, and something that he is getting all the time right now is hiccups. Every single day he gets hiccups several times a day, so I feel like this poor baby is going to be a very hiccupy newborn because he gets hiccups so much, and I feel them all. You can see my hiccups from the outside sometimes, or his hiccups. So that's been really interesting. I just feel bad for the little guy. I'm like, I'm sorry you have hiccups again for the 5th time today. Yeah, but he is doing really well. His movement has slowed a little bit this week, I would say. But not slowed. You can tell he's bigger and he's running out of room. So he's just his movements are more intentional. They're more him adjusting. And baby sleep schedules start to really set in around now. And I feel like he's a good sleeper because I can tell kind of when he's sleeping and when he's awake. So I'm still getting lots of baby movement. I'm not worried about that. But he's just having longer spurts of sleep, I think. And he's just settled for a little bit longer, and then he'll do some big movements and rolls, and then he'll settle back down, get the hiccups, things like that. So that's been really, really neat to feel. Still we're just at that point now where some of his movements are painful because he's big, but for the most part his position is pretty good and it's not horrible. His feet aren't in my ribs like Grayson was. He seems to curl it seems like his legs are curled up in front of his chest, and he kicks more on my side and not necessarily up by my ribs, so that's nice. Challenges for this week. Obviously, the pelvic girdle pain is proving to be a significant challenge this week. I'm just trying to take it really easy. Like today, we decided to skip one of our classes. I've kind of put off a lot of the things I needed to do. We're just not doing some stuff, and I'm just trying to rest wherever I can create space for rest. I'm trying to take it. So hopefully that will improve things. I know it will, because rest is so important. I'm just trying to really listen to my body while also getting these last busy bits finished. But you know, it could always be worse. That's what I always like. It could always be worse. I'm so lucky that I'm having a beautiful, healthy pregnancy. I'm so lucky my blood pressure is good. I'm so lucky that I'm not swollen. My baby is big and healthy and thriving. My body is healthy and thriving. Like, I'm just very, very grateful, and it could always be worse. So I don't want this to come across as complaining. I'm just filling in what's happening and what's going on with my body, so that if, you know, other pregnant moms are watching this and maybe experiencing the same thing, you can feel less alone. But yeah, like at the end of the day, I always try and remind myself that it could always be so much worse, right? And I am grateful, and I'm so lucky to be carrying this sweet boy and to be pregnant in general. So gratitude is always at the front of my view, and I think that does help ease the discomforts that I feel, because yeah, the biggest thing I feel is gratitude, because I'm just so stinking grateful that we got pregnant and that we have a healthy baby. Yeah, I think that's all the update I have for you. So let's show you my belly. Oh, I wanted to mention I'm done. I literally just have baby wipes left to grab, and I'm done and organized and things are washed. I'm gonna be stripping my cloth diapers this week, which is awesome. I'm gonna give you guys some cloth diaper videos and stuff coming through, but like everything, I'm pointing this direction because I think you can see a little bit of this. This is my postpartum basket that I have got going on, and it's a big, thick basket with a really good handle, so that this basket will come with me through the levels of my house. So I'll be able to carry this from my bed to the couch downstairs, and it'll have all my immediate essentials. So my water bottle, some snacks, my Haka, breast pads, burp cloths, passies, things like that. I can talk to you guys more about my preparation and things like postpartum baskets and how to organize them in videos coming up, lots of baby content coming up. So yeah, everything is like organized and ready, and I just need wipes and then I'm done. And I'm really, really proud of myself. I even got his Christmas jammies, which is super exciting. I got the family Christmas pajamas, and I found a little onesie that matches as closely as I could. And I'm really, really happy about that, because there's such huge size differences with my kids and in our family. Okay, let's show you the bump. So 32 weeks, this is where I think things are gonna start to really get going. Still no like really out belly button, but there's the bump. Getting large. See, my belly button's just kind of flat. It's just kind of hanging out. And no new stretch marks or anything. These are all just my old stretch marks from my other pregnancies. Most of them are just from my first pregnancy. Except for I think this one is from Grayson's pregnancy. But besides that, they're all other ones. So right now, if you guys are interested in like belly mapping kind of, his bum is right here and his back goes down here, and then his head is just like super, super deeply engaged in my pelvis. So I think his little knees are wrapped around like this, and his little feet are kind of tucked right here. And that's how I'm pretty sure that's how he's sitting in my belly. So yeah. We're getting to be a good size. Measuring ahead. We'll see what I'm like at my next appointment. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this little bump date. If you're pregnant, let me know how you're feeling. And if you had SPD or pelvic girdle pain and anything helped you or anything, and you want to share that with me, that would be awesome. Again, it's one of those things where I'm aware there's not much you can do. If you just want to, if you've had it before and you just want to like share some sympathy, that's cool too. yeah, if you guys have any questions or any baby videos you really want to see that maybe I don't have on my list, let me know in the comments below, and I will either let you know if it's coming or I will write it down and try and add it in the midst of Vlogmas. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're really well, and we'll see you in my next one. Bye guys!